for the Fine Performing Communication Arts Divisions, Mr. Jarod H.L. Rocker. I first met Jarod last fall when visiting one of the art studios filled with students standing by their easels working on their projects. As I walked through the studio, I was immediately attracted to his charcoal drawing. Although it was work in progress, the talent behind the art was undeniable. As I complimented his work, Jarod acknowledged me with a smile and continued to focus on his task. After that encounter, it seemed that Jarod's work was everywhere I looked. It was in the art gallery, it was in the college publication The Ramsdale, and it was at the Friends of the Arts fundraising, to mention a few. Jarod's name and art are often mentioned and admired by students and faculty alike. The description of Jarod often includes words such as charismatic, talented, thoughtful, outgoing, respectful, attentive, prepared, and curious. Indeed, Jarod's career as a Fresno City College student has been highlighted by scholarships, honors listings, artistic recognitions, school publications, and community involvement. Those who knew Jarod as a child would never have imagined that he would one day be described as I just did, or enjoy the success for which he is being recognized today. You see, Jarod's life has been filled with violence, abuse, homelessness, circumstantial poverty, death, and addiction. At the age of 15, Jarod left an unstable family life created by a verbally abusive father who was addicted to meth and who dragged his family to a life out of motel rooms. He then dropped out of high school and grew rebellious and self-destructive. Jarod then worked full-time at a minimum wage fast food restaurant and lived with friends at different places. Soon, he was surrounded by other drug-addicted children from broken families. He had nothing but broken relationships and a shame-driven past. Jarod recognized that drugs and instant gratification became a means of coping with the reality of long-term homelessness and low self-esteem. That the issue was deeper, and he decided to escape the toxic, abusive, and out-of-control lifestyle that his own addiction and lack of discipline had led to. His feelings of inferiority and abandonment led to his failure during his teen years. But instead of taking that failure as an excuse to sink even lower, he decided to move to the city of Merced to focus on obtaining his GED and to escape his dangerous lifestyle. Jarod shared with me that at that point, he found clarity and consequently a much deeper problem within himself. He told me, and I quote, "I honestly believed my life was not worthy of dreams, goals, or aspirations. It was taught to me through my father's failure to provide me with the most basic necessities. Learning to overcome that belief was, and it still is, the most difficult challenge I faced on a regular basis." End quote. After his father's passing, Jarod decided to make education his top priority. That decision, combined with positive examples of resiliency by his older siblings, was the beginning of a turning point. His sister introduced him to volunteer programs for disadvantaged children, and it was there that Jarod found inspiration and hope for a better future. Jarod has given his time and talent to his community by volunteering for the nonprofit Care Fresno, an urban development program that tutors and mentors at-risk youth. Giving back, especially to children whose families were struggling with addiction and poverty like his own, has helped Jarod find the inspiration and the determination to work toward a better future. Volunteering led Jarod to a community-driven lifestyle that he provides after-school visual arts classes for elementary school students in a program called Grace Note. Jarod also said, quote, "Education has freed me and equipped me with the ability to determine my own future. Education freed me from the reality of becoming a product of my environment. I have been equipped with the knowledge and power to realize my potential to discover new resources, and ultimately to find new hope from a world that I once thought to be hopeless." End quote. Jarod plans to continue his education at CSU San Jose, pursuing a bachelor's degree in visual and public art with a minor in business administration and service learning leadership. He also plans on earning a teaching credential. One of his hopes is to make his family, and in particular his mother, proud of what he has accomplished. Today, we're thrilled to recognize Jarod Rockert's academic accomplishments, but more importantly, we celebrate his most precious achievement, the ability to recognize his own potential and to create a new future. He has forged a new identity and newly found self-respect. Jarod's favorite media is painting. He has taken the canvas of his life and created a new landscape for his future, which we know is going to be successful. Congratulations, Jarod.